Are you a roofing contractor who's struggling to get your project management in order? Well, if that's the case, this might actually be the tool for you. In the series of tutorials, we're going to look into ZOHO Projects and how you can utilize it to make your business more efficient and make sure that your project management software can grow and scale with you. In this tutorial specifically, we're going to show you how you can go about creating a project in ZOHO Projects so you get a sense of what that looks like. Alright, so in order to get started, we just need to log in, and you're going to come to this home screen here. This is going to be your screen. This is what mine looks like. This is a demo account just so you can see what it all looks like. And at the end of the day, it's going to have all your tasks, all your issues, any open milestones, closed milestones, all that good stuff. And this is a great place for you to initially log in and see what's on the go, your issues, your tasks, overdue work items, and the things you need to work on for today. Now, this is a great spot for your team to make sure that you know exactly where to find your to-do list for the day. All right, and as you can tell on the left-hand side here and the top right over here, there are a lot of different buttons. I am not going to go into each of these right now. We're going to save those for another tutorial because I really just want to show you how easy it is to create a new project so you get a sense of what that looks like. So in order to do that, I'm going to come over here to the Projects tab. And as you can tell, you just click this big button over here that says New Project. You click that, you'll be able to create a new one. So we're going to dive into that. But first, however, we have all this information here. So with these items up here on the top can be edited. So the project name, percent completed, owner, status, tasks, milestones, issues, start date, end date, completion time, planned completion time, all that good stuff there. You do have the ability to actually filter this through. If you click this button here, you can choose which items you want to see and which ones you don't want to see. You can also play around with this and scale this to be bigger, smaller, whatever it is, depending on how you want to view it, so you have a lot of customizability there. On the three dots over here under More Actions, you can manage different groups. You can get your ICS, Project Timeline ICS, so that's like a calendar output. You can export your projects and you can ask for help. You can also filter through on different project names, owners, things like that. It's going to start to get pretty crazy as you get a lot of projects in here, so this becomes super powerful. All right, so we're going to click Create a New Project, and over here we're going to be able to put in a new title. In this case, let's say we are creating a new project for the Smith residence. So I'm going to create Smith residence right here. And you have the owner, so user one. There's only one user in this account, so it has to be that. You can select a template, which you can actually create different templates for different projects. So that makes it nice and easy to auto-create a lot of things, which is quite nice. You have a start date that you can set. You have an end date that you can set. And you can make this a strict project. So what this means is basically you won't be able to create any tasks or milestones outside of the start date and the end date. So no task can start on February 5th or start on March 7th. So it's a very strict project. It has to be within these two timelines, or it has to be within this timeline, I should say, or else these tasks won't be able to be created. You can then add your project overview, which is your whole description. It is pretty in-depth. If you click that, you're going to get a bigger box. Right now, it's not a lot of real estate, but you can definitely add that in there. Your task layout currently can be set to standard, or you can set up a roofing layout like we have done in a separate tutorial, which is coming up here shortly. So you can click whichever layout you want to make it a lot easier. You can also add a group name to this. So a group that is in charge of this project. So you can make sure you put that in there. You can tag it with maybe the different types of trades that you're running. Maybe it's roofing, windows, siding, gutters, blah, blah, blah. You then have your budget, which you can set. So whatever budget in most cases is probably going to be US dollars. And then you can set your budget type. So depending on what type of budget tracking you want to utilize, you can absolutely do that as well. Now the billing method, staff hours, fixed price per project, you can add this in there. And this actually allows you to do some relatively basic project costing, which is really helpful. Now you do have the ability for roll-ups. This is going to make more sense as you get more familiar with the tool. Ultimately, at the end of the day, this allows subtasks of tasks. So let's say you create a task that has two different subtasks within it. Really all it's going to do, if you click enable here, it's going to roll those up so that all those subtasks are rolling up into the main task. Now, it probably doesn't make a ton of sense right now, but it will in the future as we dive more into that. You do also have the ability to customize the different tabs. So you can add in milestones, timesheet, users, issues. You can remove all of these if you don't need these items, which is quite nice. In most cases, you will probably want some of these anyway. So I'm just going to leave that as all of them so I can show you. Now you do have the project access, which can be private or public. So in most cases, you're probably going to want to be private, so only project users can view. But if you set it to public, portal users can view, follow, and comment, whereas project users will have complete access. So really this just means that if it's public, you have the ability to actually use and bring in external sources. So maybe it might be a client, maybe it's an external subcontractor that you want in and to manage the project on your system. Well, you can set it to public, invite them in, and they can move around and play around with that project and edit it. So those are the two things that you should be wary of there. And then all you have to do is click add. So we're just going to add this, and now we're in the project. So if I come back here to projects, you're going to see we now have the Smith residence. I'm going to click on that one. Now we have a bunch of more information within here. We're going to dive into each of this in another tutorial. So I'm going to leave that one for another day. This has been long enough. That is it for this tutorial. Please make sure that you are liking and commenting down below on our video. If you have any questions on ZOHO Projects at all, please make sure you post them down there and we will get back to you as soon as we can. And as always, please make sure you are subscribing to our channel so that we can get this information out to you as quick as possible as new videos pop up, and to be sure that we are reaching a larger audience like yourself who is looking for answers to the same questions you are. That's it for now. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.